Am my voice is good, clear with you guys?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so because of I want to play the video, I change the setting to music mode first. So you will hear my voice little bit far, okay, because I changed the audio setting. After the video presentation, then I change back, right? Okay, let's watch the video presentations by group 1.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. We are from Group 1 and going to talk about Topic 3, Text. The content in this video includes importance of text in a multimedia presentation, multimedia and hypertext, computers and text, understanding fonts and typefaces, font editing and design tools, and the last one is using text elements in a multimedia presentation. Importance of text in a multimedia presentation. Words and symbols in any form, spoken or written, are the most common means of communication. Text is a vital element of multimedia menus, navigation systems, and content. Factors affecting legibility of text. First, size. Second, style. Third, background and foreground color. And fourth, leading. Understanding fonts and typefaces. Typeface is a family of graphic characters that usually includes many type sizes and styles. Font is a collection of characters of a single size and style belonging to a particular typeface family. Typeface versus font. Typeface is name of the design in full style or family of style, while font refers to format or storage mechanism. In this part, we are going to talk about font style, font sizes, cases, and serif versus sans serif. First one is font style. Font styles include boldface, italic, underlining, and outlining. Second is font size. Font size is measured in points. Kerning is the spacing between character pairs, and leading is the space between lines. The third one is cases. Capitalized letter is referred to as uppercase. A small letter is referred to as lowercase. Placing an uppercase letter in the middle of a word is referred to as intercap. And the last one is serif and sans serif. There are two classes of fonts, serif and sans serif. Serif is the little decoration at the end of a letter stroke, while sans serif fonts do not have a serif at the end of a letter stroke. Serif fonts versus sans serif example. As you can see, serif fonts example such as Times New Roman, Bookman, and Courier, while sans serif example are Arial, Comic Sans MS, and Tahoma. Next is text characteristics. There are about 5 kinds of text characteristics, which are ascender, an upstroke on a character, descender, the downstroke below the baseline of a character, leading, spacing above and below a font or line spacing, kerning, space between pairs of characters, usually as an overlap for improvement appearance, and tracking, spacing between characters. Bitmapped and vector fonts. Fonts were stored as bitmapped or vector graphics. Bitmapped font depend on the size and pixels numbers, which means file size increases as more sizes are added. Vector fonts can draw any size by scaling the vector drawing primitives mathematically. File size is much smaller than bitmaps. TrueType and PostScript are vector fonts formats. Graphic below were the example of bitmapped font and vector font. Jaggies and anti-aliasing. Jaggies are the jagged edges you see when bitmapped image is resized. It is a consequence of the underlying array of pixels from which the image is composed.
Anti-aliasing is a technique that can be used to eliminate jagged edges. It substitutes additional pixels in other colors to fool the brain into thinking it is saying continuous line, like shown in the picture. The technique is used to blend the font into the background by transitioning the color from the font color to background. This technique minimizes the jagged edges, making for a smoother overall appearance. These are the examples of anti-aliasing. There are 5 text elements in multimedia, which are menus for navigation, interactive buttons, fields for reading, HTML document, symbol and icons. Firstly, menus for navigation. User navigates through content using a menu. It consists of a text list of topics. Up next, interactive button. It is a clickable object that executes a command when activated. Up next, fields for reading. A document can be printed in one of 2 orientations, which is portraits or landscape. The taller than wide orientation used for printing documents is called portrait, and the wider than tall orientation that is normal to monitors is called landscape. Next, HTML document. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It is the standard document format used for web pages. HTML documents are marked using tags. An advanced form of HTML is DHTML. DHTML stands for Dynamic Hypertext Markup Language. DHTML uses cascading style sheets, CSS. Lastly, symbol and icon. Symbol used to convey human emotions and concentrated text in the form of standalone graphic construct. Icons are symbolic representation of objects and processes. Here are a few tips for choosing text fonts. Consider legibility and readability. Avoid too many faces. Use color purposefully. Use anti-alias text. Use drop caps and initial caps. Minimize centered text. Use white space. And lastly, use animated text. The font wars. There are 2 stages. The font wars between 3 types of fonts: PostScript, TrueType, and OpenType. Firstly, PostScript is a method of describing an image in terms of mathematical constructs. PostScript characters are scalable and can be drawn much faster. There are 2 types of PostScript font as shown in this slide. Next, TrueType is a system of scalable outline fonts and can draw characters at low resolution. Lastly, OpenType. It incorporates the best features of PostScript and TrueType. Character sets. The American Standard Code for Information Interchange, ASCII, is a 7-bit coding system. The extended character set is commonly filled with ANSI standard character. The ISO Latin 1, ISO 88591, is a character set used while programming the text of HTML pages. Unicode is a 16-bit architecture for multilingual text and character encoding. The shared symbols of each character set are ununified into collections of symbols called scripts. Hypertext systems. An organized cross-linking of words, images, and other web elements. A system in which words are keyed or indexed to other words is referred to as a hypertext system. It enables the user to navigate through text in a non-linear way. It presents electronic text, images, and other elements in a database fashion. Software robots visit web pages and index entire websites. Typical methods for word searching in hypermedia systems, which are categorical search, adjacency, alternates, truncation, frequency, word relationship, association, negation, and intermediate words. Hypermedia structures. Links, nodes, and anchors. Links are connections between conceptual elements. Links are the navigation pathways and menus. Nodes, on the other hand, are accessible topics, documents, messages, and content elements. Nodes and links form the backbone of a knowledge access system. Anchors, on the other hand, is defined as the reference from one document to another document, image, sound, or file on the web. The source node linked to the anchor is referred to as a link anchor. The destination node linked to the anchor is referred to as a link end. And that is all from us. Thank you for listening to this presentation.
Okay. Let me share the link for the pool first. Okay, check in the chat box. Okay, I've giving you a link for level of understanding. So if you think that from your friend's presentations text just now, you more than half understand, so you can say yes. If below than half, maybe a little bit, you can choose a half lah, half and below. Okay, and no is you did not understand at all. Okay, so please vote. The group 1, you also need to vote. Who knows that you are the one that doing it, but actually you don't understand it, right? I will not comment the video yet, okay, until everyone do a voting first. We have 27 today, okay. We missing another 3 more. Where is another 3 of your friends? Okay. All right. Okay. The response is already increasing. I think that if I get 25, I can move on to the quiz. Please vote. Included group 1. 3 voters, 5 voters, 6 voters, 7. Okay, continue. Those have done votes, okay, maybe you can take a break, go a toilet first. But normally voters is quite fast lah. Unless for quiz later on. If you done quiz, then you can take 5 lah, while waiting the others to answer the quiz. Quiz only 2 questions, simple questions. Okay, as long as you focus on your friend's presentation just now. The purpose is to make you focus and also at least lah understand some of the content inside the topic. 16, all right. Those have not yet voted, keep voting. Access the link in the chat box given. 17, 18, 'Don't worry, I will not reveal the name. I'm not sure that in your part you can see who is voting. No, right? I think I hide the result. So it's okay if you putting in, because this is not a right or wrong answer. So you have right to choose which one that you are currently in the level of. Hopefully after I make a summary, okay, the level should be changed lah, kan? So if you are choosing no, So at least you can move to maybe half. If you choose maybe half, so you can move to yes, but you don't have to change the vote later on. Okay, I just tell you that the purpose of do a voting and also the summary. But if the voting majority is yes, I don't think I will need to summary, because maybe your friends very well do a presentation until I don't have to do, because everyone already majority or most of you understand the topic, which is good, right? Kan? Okay, 25 more. Twenty-one. $22. Okay, who else have not yet voted? Okay, now we have 29 participants, or maybe some of you open two devices, I'm not sure. Okay. But looking at the participants, we have 31 minus me because I'm using two devices, so 29. Right, waiting for another votes. 3 more. Now is 22 votes. Siapa lagi yang belum vote? Tengok dekat chat box, atau siapa yang baru masuk, saya copy balik the link. You might miss the link, so I just copy and send in the text box, in the chat box. Chat box. Yang baru masuk tak sempat nak tengok video tadi, tak tahulah macam nak apa ni, nak check your level of understanding. Dekat yang baru masuk. Come on, 3 more. Who else have not yet voted? If you're using mobile, I think no problem, right? You just go to the chat box, click the link, and it will direct you with the pool in a web browser, so you can do a voting. Now we have 23, 2 more. Okay, which is the best place to listen to online lecture? I'm not sure the internet connection in the UiTM is more stable. Okay. I think library should be good, right? But you need to use a headset or earphone so that you will not disturb others. Or else you can use your place class after the lecture. Once. Okay, come on, one more. Who else have not yet voted? All right, 25. Okay. Now let me tell you the result from the voters. We have 16% to say yes, 8% no. Okay, maybe half, 76%. So majority of you, maybe half, in the category of maybe half. So meaning that you get some of the contents, right? Good. And the two voters, which is 8%, only two voters actually say no. So hopefully after my summary, you will have a better understanding on using a text in multimedia. Okay. All right. Before I continue with the summary, let's do a quiz first. All right. Okay. Check again in the chat box. I give you the link for the quiz. You need to select your name and then your group name. We have 6 group, right? We have 30 students in the class actually. So 6 times 5 is 30. Okay, it's only 2 questions. Okay, and it's kind of easy if you focus your French presentations. So let's wait 5 minutes for everyone answering the quiz. And the quiz is just MCQ. You just choose the answer. Right? 1 person already done. Keep doing it. Those finish. We still wait 5 minutes for your friends complete the quiz so you can have a break, toilet break, or make a coffee. Okay. Okay, 3 done. Oh. Seven. $16. We have 2 minutes more. 19. Seven. Wait, let me check again. Okay. So last 1 minute. You have 60 seconds. Okay. All right. Let me see. 27. Okay, maybe some of you have two devices as well. We supposedly have 29, right? You can see here 27 answering the question. All right. Let me stop the quiz first. Okay. Okay. Let's check the answer. Question number 1. All listed the use of text in multimedia except, what is the answer? Wait, let me stop sharing for the notes first. Let me share the browser. Okay. Right. All listed are the use of text in multimedia except background and foreground. Okay. So most of you are choosing this answer, which is correct answer. Siapa lagi yang masih choosing menu? Yes, menu is used. Maybe accidentally. I'm not sure. Hopefully you are accidentally answering the wrong answer ni. Menu, yes. Use of the text in multimedia. Interactive button, also yes. Symbol and icon, yes. Only background and foreground. This is for color. Kan? Mostly. That's why I remove the word color. Okay? Because to make sure that this is talking about the color. Okay. Second questions. What's need to be considered when you are choosing text font? I know that there is a lot of answer here, right? But you only can choose one, right? Okay. So any answer except these two answer. Too many faces. Double faces pula. Too many faces is wrong answer, right? And the second one is not alias text, but anti-alias text mostly. So 7% is answering wrongly. Okay, others, if you choose color purposely, drop cap, an initial cap, minimize center, white space, animated, and also legibility and readability, correct answer. Okay, because you only can choose one answer, right? So most of you are choosing the first answer. Okay lah. And accept the two answer just now. You choose and then you get wrong answer. Alright? Boleh? Simple kan? Okay. So every topics you will have 1 point because each questions is only 0.5 points. So total is 1 point. Okay. So how many topic we have starting for topic 3? So that's the cumulative marks for all the topics. Okay. Let's me revise summary and recap again what we learned in topic 3 text. Let me make it more full screen, better view, right? Oh, tak boleh dah pula. Okay, tak apa. Oh, okay. Then again. Yeah. Right, better, right? Okay, now we are in topic 3, text. Remember what we learned in topic 1. You've been introduced what is multimedia. Okay, and then you in topic 2, okay, tools, tools in multimedia, that we have a production tools and also anchoring tools, right? So today we start exploring the multimedia elements in multimedia, which is the first element, text. Okay, so actually in introduction, okay, the notes not there, but actually I want to say that multimedia is not only about presentations, but it's also included the special need. Okay, because we know that some of us or others may have a special need, like those have a dyslexia, you have specialty on the use of text, like today. Okay, today we are using a text. Okay, those have a disease that like dyslexia, you cannot properly read the text. It will jump, right? It will jump, because I also have a friend doing a research on dyslexia and finding a good elements for the multimedia use or for the coursework. So text is important. Okay, they see the wording, the text differently from the normal users lah. Okay, so another things of using multimedia is for the special need. Okay, so in this content we have 6 elements. Okay, importance of text in a multimedia presentations, understand font and typeface, using text element in a multimedia presentations, the use of text and also computers, font editing and design tools, multimedia and hypertext. Okay, so in general we have 6, right? Presentations, font and types, elements, using a computer, tools, and the hypertext. Okay, so let's go through one by one. I'm not explain in details. Okay, just very fast one. Word and symbol in any form, spoken or written, are the most common mean. Okay, because the use of text in multimedia is mostly using text because we want to deliver a message, right? So that's the explanation here. Most common means, okay, the using of word and also symbol. You use different symbol will have a different meaning. Same the words lah, right? You can read, either can read or cannot. Text is a vital element, okay, because this is the message that want to deliver to the audience. Okay, so in presentations, okay, text using in menus. Okay, menus is the button. For me, we call it because I also doing a research on the web object. Okay, we call, because my research is on website. So I'm doing web object research on localization. Okay, so localization is where you expect that the web object will be located. Web object is one of it is the menu item, content, advertisement, all elements in website. Okay, so important for menus, navigation system, and of course the content. Okay, so there is a factors affecting the legibility of the text. Okay, one of it is size, how big the size of the font, the word, or how small is it. So of course for the presentation, bigger is better, right? Because people is much more easy to read. Like what most of you are using a mobile. If the word is too small, so you can't read it sometimes if you are only holding it in a far away, right? But you need to read, put it as close as your eyes so that you can read. Okay. But if you use a big size, right? So dari jauh lagi dah nampak dah. You can read it, right? That's the use. Not only presentations. The purpose is example is on advertisement. You are driving, right? You are looking for direction. Okay. So if the direction are using a small size, so dah dekat baru nampak nak pergi ke arah kanan ke kiri. So it's a little bit risky lah, and it can accident can happen, right? So you can see far away before you make a decisions to go right or left. Okay, so bigger better. Okay, background and foreground color. Okay, so this important because if you are using a soft color or bright color, okay, what how you can read it? Okay, it will affect you lah. If like this one, the background color is orange, but the word using a white. So do you think this one is easily read? Easily read tak ni? Readability, is it good or not good for the readability of this example? The first one, orange, and then white, white font color. Boleh baca tak ni? Yang first. Boleh. How about the second one? Brown and the text is white. Can? Boleh also. Okay, how about the third one? What is this color? Yellow or it's a group of green? Okay, I'm not sure. How about this one? Okay, boleh. Saya tak nampak pula text. You can react with the text, or you can on your mic, or you can put in the chat box as well. Okay, and the last one. Okay, last one, using a bright color, but the text changed to black. So that's why for easily read. How if we are using white color as well? Okay, it should contrast lah. So these examples showing that the background and the foreground color should be contrast so that you can read easily the text. That's why if you see the last one are using a different color because the background is a little bit bright, right? So if you use white, so a little bit hard to read the text. Okay, so contrast. Okay, contrast. Okay. No, okay, sorry. Okay, I haven't finished yet. Style. Okay, style. Style is the different types of the font. Okay, we have Tahoma, we have Arial. The special needs is the one that like I said just now, dyslexia. Your word, some of your word should be easily understand, right? Tahoma. Okay, the A being used is a round one. Okay, not the A that like this one, factors, this one. Some of those special need, okay, cannot read this one. And also children. Okay, children, sometimes they couldn't understand this is A because they already been identify A as the round A, the round A. Yang macam ni tu kan, the round punya. Bukan yang macam ni. Ni kan dia macam ada style sikit kan. So they cannot understand this is A. So the A yang dia understand ialah A bulat tu. Yeah? So it have impact. So that's another factors. Another one is leading. Okay? Leading is the space, space between the word. More type, sometimes you hard to read it. So should have a little bit space. So use the white space, okay, to make easily read the text. Okay. Okay. So what else? This the example for each of the explained factors. Okay. So if the space is too narrow, so it should looks like because some of the special need will see it differently. It combine the word, right, rather than actually is a different word. Saya, awak, kan? So if you put a space is too small, sometimes they can't read it properly. Okay. Understand font and typeface. Okay. What is font? What is typeface? Okay. What's the difference between these two? Okay. Your friends already mentioned that typeface is a family of the graphic character that usually include many type, size, type, and style. Okay. So include size and style, we call it typeface. Kalau orang kata typeface tu, maksudnya dia punya style, size dengan also style and also size. Okay. When we talk about font, it's a collection of characters of a single size and style. Single. This one family big. What typeface used in this one, in this text? So what the style and what is the font size? Both. Okay. But for the font, a collection of characteristic of a single size and single size and style. This one family big. Okay. And this one font single. Tahuma, what is the font size being used? And some you will see that in group of example Arial also you have a Arial black, Arial bold, right? So it also have a different style, okay, style and size. Okay. So for easily understand, okay, this is example. Okay, typeface and also font. Okay, name of the design in full. Okay, font refer to format or storage. That's happened in your friends just now. I forgot to mention about your friends. Okay, first you should have a summary for what we have learned today. Okay, and actually your friends did well in modifying the slide. Slide cantik. Okay, but most of the presentation is reading. That's why the tone used in explaining have effect, right? So just now your friends is using only one tone. Do you know that then? So you should have more elaborations. The most important is more elaborations. Okay, because you just read all the text is in the slide. Okay, so you should have more example rather than the slide given. So tunjuklah lebih sikit sebab kawan faham. Kan? Okay, so ini font apa? Macam orang tanya kan, ini font apa? Ini font Arial, Narrow, Regular. So ini group Arial ni have a typeface, Arial Regular, Arial Bold, Arial Italic, Arial Bold Italic, Arial Narrow, Regular. Okay, kalau font single. Okay, but typeface is all the families included the font and size. Okay, for example, the real situations using this example. Typeface is a font as a song is to an MP3. Faham tak maksud dia? Song ni ialah typeface. Ada banyak jenis songs kan? Okay. And MP3 tu ialah dia punya one of it lah. Song MP3 format. Single kan? MP3. Macam image. Okay. Or pictures. Okay. Pictures. Single pictures. It can be JPEG, bitmap, PNG. Right. Specifically the single one. Okay. But that talking about the style of songs, or maybe is easily we call it what is the other example that you can give us other than song is to an MP3. Another one, like I said, that image is and the JPG. What else can you give an example? Anyone can volunteer? For this typeface, all this lah. Kan? Example lah, you doing a Photoshop, right? You want to change the font style, font size, so you need to find typeface window, right? So open the typeface window. So in the typeface, all the font style and font size is there. So it's a big family. Arial only you have more than one to choose. Okay. But for the font, you have single list of Arial, Arial bold, Arial italic, Arial bold italic, Arial narrow. Macam tu. Boleh faham ke maksud dia? Typeface ni group, satu family. Semua ada font size, font style. Font ni dia spesifik lah. Font apa yang digunakan? Dia selalu orang tanyakan font apa? Font Arial. Arial apa? Arial regular. Kalau typeface, we have Arial regular, Arial bold, Arial italic, Arial bold italic, Arial narrow, regular and so on. Boleh? Saya explain dalam bahasa Melayu saya tukar-tukar. Okay, understand font and typeface. Okay, we have need to understand what being called style, size, and the use of cases, serif versus sans serif. Okay, font style ni different font. You have Arial, Tahoma, Time News Roman, what else? Many things lah. Only because normally I using Arial, Tahoma, Gammon, right? The size, you know the size of the font. 12 point, 14 point, 16 point. Okay, cases is big case or small case, or capital letter or small letter. The C is the capital letter, right? ASES is a small letter. Right? So cases is about capital or small letter. Okay. Serif versus sans serif. Dia punya lenggok tu kan, either have a serif or sans serif. Okay, later we will show you the example. Okay, so the style, okay, not only the font just now, okay, it has also boldface, italic, underlying, and also outlining. Okay, so that's why in the group just now here, okay, when you said that Arial, so Arial bold, Arial regular, Arial italic have a different style. Okay, instead of different family name, Tahoma also have a Tahoma regular, Tahoma bold, right? So similar with this one, include. Okay, instead of you said that what font that you use, I'm use Tahoma. Then what Tahoma? Tahoma bold, Tahoma italic. Okay, so that's why it state here that include the bold, the italic, the underlining or outlining. Okay, so you can see different style of font. Okay, next, size. I think this one is quite easy to 12 points, 10 points, okay? Because some of the research doing a multimedia research are using different, for elderly example. Later on you do a project, right? Some of you have a specific needs for elderly, for children, okay, for youngster or young adult. What is the best point? So you cannot just simply choose because I'm also one of the youngster. I like 12 point. No, you need to find the paper that saying that yes, youngster can read all the size 12 point or above, 10 or above, because you have a good eyes, right? But for the elderly, actually I did also one of the research on doing a size of the font for the elderly. It should 14 above, and that one is for special need. For presentation as well, okay, you have a specific style and size. What is the best style font and what is the best size font that needed minimum. This one is good. You have you reduce all the text, and the text is much more easy with the size being used. Okay, so it measure in point. That's why when you see the options, it have a 10 points, 12 points, kan? So the measurement. Dia macam cm, meter, macam tu lah, dia guna points. Okay. It have a characteristic metric. Okay, so each word, this word X, TYP ini word kan? So word, okay, no, character, sorry, character. Word is type. This is one word. This is character. Okay, one character will have height, and also if you have two words separately here, we call it this one, and this until this is leading. Okay, for the word, okay, a space between one character to another character, we call it kerning. Okay, baseline is the below part lah, baseline. Okay, so kerning is the space between the character pairs. So make sure you understand kerning is space between between character in word. Okay, this one no kerning because it's only one character, right? So for this word type, you have 1, 2, 3 kerning space between the two words, two character. Sorry. Leading is the space between lines. So you have this upper lines until the next word lines. So we call it leadings. So this have effect. How big the space have an effect to read, especially for elderly. Okay? Use the white space. That's why one of the good or recommend using a text is play with the leading and also kerning. Okay, so if you put a small space, you have white space. White space. Actually, they mention about white space is the space between the two character, right? But the word white too, okay, is a general common. Of course, if you have a background of yellow like this one, kan, we didn't say that yellow background, but it's a common. That's why we keep white space. So we don't say yellow space, red space. Actually, it's a space lah. So nanti jangan kata pula background dia kuning, kita nak panggil dia kuning juga ke? No, kan? Dia sebenarnya space dia lah sama. It's a common use, white space we call it. Okay, so in here in presentations, okay, for me I like you to use all the empty space here. So actually the empty space is a white space lah kan maksud dia. So spacing help you to have a better reading. If I put closely 1 point to 1 point, you will think that all these are in one paragraph, right? Rather than if like this one, you know that this is 1 point, explain what is the font size. This is another point, character matrix. And this is another point saying of the define the kerning and also leading. Better, easy. Okay. Next, understand font and typeface. Typeface. Okay. So uppercase or lowercase, or capital letter or small letter. Normally we use the word capital or small letter, right? So it's actually you can also nominate it as a name it as uppercase and lowercase. Same thing. Okay. Placing an uppercase letter in the middle of word is referred to as intercap. If intercap meaning that you have an uppercase in the middle of the lowercase. Okay, so actually it's important, right? When we should use the uppercase in a first word after full stop, right? After full stop, you have capital letter first and then followed by the lower letter. This shows new sentence, right? If about this one, single word. If there is a sentence, so after full stop, you need to have a big case or uppercase in the first character. How if we are using all uppercase like this one? Okay, uppercase. Sometimes you text your friends, right? Or you text your lecturer, kan? Okay, you forgot to unlock the capital letter. So you use capital letter, all capital letter. Doctor, today got class, but all in uppercase. What do you feel? Tengah marah ke? This shows unrespect. Unrespect that normally uppercase is for hide something. You want to highlight something, right? So you use the uppercase. If me also, if you seeing the word that use uppercase, dia marah dekat saya ke ni? Dia menggunakan huruf besar. So I will ask the person who send the text, marah ke dekat saya sampai menggunakan semua uppercase ni? So that's normally. If you read more detail about the case here, uppercase is showing the angry emotion as well. Very, very interesting when you learn each of it and link it with the emotion. Okay, it have the emotions effect. Serif and sans serif. Okay, actually serif is the little decorations lah. Meaning that if you see the word S here, it have what we call curling. Dia ada curly dia sikit. Itu ialah serif lah. Okay. But sans serif do not have. If you can see this word, okay, actually sans serif is this one. Serif is this one, right? Just to make you confused, okay, actually serif is the curly text. There's a little decoration at the end of the little stroke. Itu yang last, the last dia kan ada macam curly dia. Every word have a, every characteristic they have a curly. That's serif. Okay, if this one, no serif, right? All round S, E, very fixed. So this one sans serif, but for this one have a serif. Okay. So more example on the serif and sans serif. You can see here example of sans serif. Sans serif fixed. No curly. No curly. Okay, but example for the serif, you can say that ada a little bit decorations lah on the word tu. Okay, there is a lot more example that this is only a part of it. Okay, next text characteristic, ada ascender, upstroke, descender, downstroke, leading, spacing, tracking, spacing between, kerning, space between pair. Let's look the example here. Okay, this is ascender. Okay, space here, ascender. Okay, descender is in the below part. Okay, what else we have just now? The serif, just now, the curly part tu. What else? Font size is measured from the upper to the lower level. So that's the measurement for each of the font size. Okay. Okay, tracking, kerning and leading. Okay. This one have a kern. You tengok more close. This one is. Okay. Okay, read the see these two types example. Tight, all the word are close with each other. Okay, this one a little bit loose. Which one is easy to read? For normal, tight, okay, right. But for some of the people that having a special need, a disease, or elderly, maybe this one is better for reading. How many space is needed? So this is one of another research. If you put too many space, sometimes it's more difficult to read, right? So what is the normal or standard for the spacing? You also need to read. Okay, that's more specific to show us that the difference between the use of the kerning, tracking, and also leading in the word use. Okay, so another example here we can see leading is from one word to another word. Okay, tracking is in the below part and kerning is between the two character. Okay. Bitmap and vector. Okay, normally when we use we create a text, okay, use a vector. Okay, bitmap. Okay, font can either be stored as bitmap. Bitmap is more compact. Okay, compact. And vector, vector is raw data, raw text. So vector font can draw any size by scaling the vector drawing primitive. Mostly when we want to send for graphic, okay, we use vector rather than bitmap. Bitmap they already compressed, so that's why the file size increase as more size. If you are using, because we are using computer, right? So if the pixel is higher, so you can see the word clearly, right? But if the resolutions is pixel or resolution is a bit low, okay, you cannot resize it, right? So bitmap is hardly to use for a big poster, because you need to resize it for the size of poster or backdrop, right? So if you are using a multimedia on textile, okay, always use a vector, because vector ni dia lock each character, VECTOR, dia lock satu-satu. So if you resize it, dia tak akan pecah lah. It will have a better view rather than bitmap. Bitmap ni dia dah compact, all the word is compact. One word ni kan compact. So if you want to make it bigger size, all the word are followed. Dia akan ikut sekali. So it depend on the size of the word. If you save as a small size, when you resize it, it will have ni lah, distort lah kan, distort ke pecah ke kan, so it's not good. So if you particular on the text, you want to make it as a big a pixel for the printing, especially use a vector. Okay, so more example on showing the bitmap and also vector to compare. So if you can see bitmap, if you make it more bigger size, it will have this not in good resolutions lah. Dia ada pecah-pecah sikit kan. But in vector, doesn't matter. Okay, you make it small or big, it have a good resolution. Okay, now we have a jaggis and anti-aliasing. Only image or text just now, actually it have the jaggis. Jaggis are the jag edge you see when bitmap image is resized, yang macam shape ni kan. So it is consequence of the underlying array of pixel from which the image is composed. So it affect the pixel. Higher pixel will have a better or reduce the jaggies. Without the jaggies. Okay, if you have a picture that high pixel, so it have a better view lah, and with a jaggies inside. Okay. Anti-aliasing is a technique that can be used to eliminate edge. If you can see, this is without anti-alias. This is with. So this one is better actually. So if you are using the anti-aliasing, when you make the font size bigger, you can see it's in a good lah. Dia tak pecah-pecah, dia tak keluar pun yang 4 segi macam ni. Dia akan try to play with your eyes tu kan, you akan nampak is clearly. Okay. So this is the one. Okay. You will not see the shape if you are using anti-alias ni. Okay. But this one is the jack sharp area. So more example here. This is and this is. So which one? Using an anti-alias. So you put it more bigger the word, it become blur macam ni kan. So this one is using anti-aliasing. This without. Okay. Okay, next, text element used in multimedia. We have a lot of use in multimedia, not only for presentations, for poster, right? So this in multimedia project, we have slideshow, animations, kan? So this element being used for menu, for navigation, interactive button, field for reading, HTML documents, and symbol and icon. Let's go through one by one. So first menu, okay, this is the menu. Okay, content for the menu. We have about, menu, promotion. This is a menu navigation lah. When you click about, it will bring you to page explain about. Menu bring you the options of the choices of the food lah. Okay. Next, button. Button is when you click, it bring you to the next page, right? Clickable object. So font have impact here. You want to see that the button is clickable or not clickable, right? So if it clickable, so the word used easily been read, another things. Okay. Field for reading. Okay. Document can be print a portrait or landscape, right? So hopefully you can differentiate what is portrait and landscape. This one, portrait or landscape? The one give you example here. Portrait or landscape here? Are you listening? Okay, landscape. Okay, good. Landscape. Portrait is much more longer towards the below part, right? So portrait taller than wide. Landscape wider than tall. So easily to understand, portrait, how tall is it? Landscape, how wide is it? Okay, so and then HTML document. Okay, this one if you are creating a web page, dulu kita guna HTML lah. So we have a tag, open tag and close tag. Macam ni, ni open and close. Okay, and then we have HTML at first, hypertext markup language, and also we have XHTML, extended HTML, and for DHTML is combine use, normally is used DSS, but when we combine, you can see that we have CSS, we have HTML like this one combined. We have also JavaScript in the coding part. Okay. Next, symbol and icon. Okay, I think I already passed 1 hour kan. Symbol and icon are concentrate text in the form of standalone graphic construct. Okay. Every icon have a different meaning. If you are using this one, we said that, oh, you are happy. This one you are a little bit shy, kan? So some of the icon also I cannot understand lah, but we can see the reactions by using this one. This one too happy, right? Too happy. This one happy. This one too happy. I don't know. Those always using icon, you can interpret it very good. But actually, there is a research that when you focus on the icon only, very interesting. How emotions, how effect on emotions when you see the icon here. For example, that you are in a bad mood. Okay, someone send you a message and putting this icon, ada love kan. So it will affect your emotion as well, right? But if you get a message with this sign, cry, right? Cry. So maybe you will feel more bad. I don't know. Okay. Or if someone send you a message with this sign, not good, right? So normally in multimedia project, please avoid the negative icon. Like this one sign. No, this one okay. Macam you want to say that correct answer, you can put this one, but if wrong answer, you cannot use this icon. So the word and also the icon have impact in the emotion as well. So they are used to convey meaningful message. Instead of you can say, I'm happy now, send the icon. It's much more easy for people to understand, right? So icon are symbolic represent of object and process. So text have meaning also when you put in this sign lah. This one means stop. This one, if you understand the sign, the symbol, you don't put the text, you already know this is for cross line. You can cross line, cross. This one for food. So some of the icon also I couldn't understand actually. This one I break but someone is interpret it differently. So sometimes different culture also have different interpretation. You cannot use this sign in certain country, right? This sign, this one. If you put it in this, you change it from peace, right? This one peace, but if you change this sign, it have a different meaning. So make sure you need to learn about the culture as well when you use a icon, and that's the best thing about multimedia. Okay. Choosing the text font, this is a suggestions or recommendations when you choose the correct text font. First, consider the legibility and also readability. Legibility means can read, like easily read. The words can be easy, you can identify, right, using your eyes. But like I said that if you are focusing on certain needs, okay, you need to read through the research doing by previous research. They will mention you that what is the word size or style been recommended for this group. Okay, avoid too many faces. Okay, if you are using a screen, right? Screen sometimes you can use 2D, 3D, can be read like this one. Okay, but for poster is not good to use too many faces like this one. It can't be read. Color purpose, the word, the color. Okay, the color used in the word, black, yellow, multi. First, you have factors of the background. It should be contrast, right? But sometimes also, if you are doing a project that have a certain needs, some needs they don't like yellow, they don't like red. Red means warning, right? So you need to learn also the meaning behind of all this color. Use anti-alias text so that it will not distort, it will not it have a proper pixel. Okay, drop cap and initial for accent. Use wisely lah. When you should use drop cap to highlight important part, right? When you should use initial, like I said that some of it have a feelings inside it. Don't that for the text just now, right? But for the poster, capital means important part or starting for new sentence lah, kan? Minimize centered text. Not necessary all you need to put in center text, minimize. Some of the word they are preferred in a line left or a line left or right. Okay. White space is to make you easily read the text. How many white space that you need to use? Okay, is it how big the space of one character to one characteristic, one word to another one word, one sentence to another one sentence. Okay, use animated text to grab attention. Okay, but don't too many. Don't too many when you animate text. If the text you open is always spin, right? So it's hard for us to read. So maybe you can put it as a spin to make sure that people you attract people with looking at this part, and after it stop, then we can read it. And then another part, the word is spinning, so we can say that, oh, okay, look, another part. So you grab the attention to move one side to read. That's okay. But if the word is always spin, pening tengok kan, berpusing-pusing je bila nak berhenti ni. So use for the grab attention only, yes. Okay, but reduce it lah, don't too many. Okay, kalau semua you bayangkanlah choosing text font, all this spinning. Macam mana nak baca, right? So of course you can grab attention. Okay, people look at that, but can't read. Okay, so I minimize also lah actually. Okay, let's try. So how about all this? You can read it. This is I'm not sure the font style name. Okay, but this is one of the font style in the option of the typeface tu. Okay, ada. Okay, apa nama dia? I don't know. You may refer later on. How if we use this font style? Can you read easily? Of course, you already identify this is A, B, C, D, E. But actually, I also don't know actually what is the word here until I see the below part. Okay, oh, I can see A, B, C here. So I can see this number. So I believe this is same similar things. A, B, C until Z, A until Z. Right. So this one better lah daripada this one. Right, betul tak? Tapi sometimes both can't be read by certain person. Okay, how about this one? Much better. Tadi pening betul tengok this one kan? Apa is the text is trying to send the message? You don't know. Okay, but if like this one, how about this one? Okay tak? What is the recommendation used in this font style or this text? Anyone? Color, right? Color. Color to grab attention. Color. This color is to show the important part. I haven't. Maybe you want to highlight the I haven't. Okay, and this excite. So others is normal. So you want to highlight something, you can use color as well. Okay. How about this one? What is the recommended use in this one? Anyone? Daripada yang consider text tadi, okay, what is the recommended list yang used in this one? Can you name it? Size, right? Good size. Okay. So the above part is use a bigger size rather than the below part. So this is to telling you that the first part is the important lah, moon, and below part maybe the description of the moon, right? Okay. Other than size, what else can you see here? Come on. Apa lagi? Size saja yang you nampak. What else? Ini ada beberapa ni. Background, yes, background. Okay, good, thank you. The black background and the white text being used here. So contrast, easy for it. Lagi? What else? Leading, yes, leading. You can see the different from word in the above and below. Okay, you can see. So easy for reading also. Okay. Next, what else? Kerning, yes, kerning also. Space between the two characteristic make us easy to read, right? Okay, and you know that more space meaning that there is another group of word, simple and grounded. Just now is space between two character and also kerning for the two word. Next lagi, apa lagi selain daripada tu? Ada lagi yang tak mention tu? Tu je. Case, right? Cases. They are using the capital letter, all the uppercase. Okay. Lagi. White space. White space pun ada dekat sini. White space to show. White space is the different. Ini pun dipanggil white space juga. So dia kata to show the different, easy for use. Very nice lah untuk design. Okay. Okay. How about this one? Can you read all these text?
No.
No, it's very hard. The more curly dia, the more serif they use, so more hard, more curly ni, very hard to read it. Imagine if you are reading novel using all this font style. Tak tahu bila nak habis kan? Okay, right. How about this one? This is good or bad? This one, good or bad? Anyone? Good. Yeah. Why good? Why good? Yes. Okay. Right. Good. Why good? Contrast. Yes. You show the contrast. All right. Good design. Lagi. Mostly it's a use color lah. It shows the different color. So for this one is using white background. So it have black font style. For this one background red, you use white. Right. But this one maybe is not too highlight. Okay, that's why it just use a red, black color. How about this one? This one is good or bad? Bad. Yes, bad. You very hard to read it, right? Bad kerning. They are using a bad kerning. Too far. Too far. Too far. Too far. Okay, too far. Very far. This one actually okay. Like this one is okay one. So make sure you use the kerning wisely lah. How about this one? Okay, you have one paragraph. So this is to show you the example of the minimize of the centralize. Not everything you need to centralize, right? Sometimes we prefer to use a line. Kan? Line. This one more center, kan? So which one is for the graph, for the paragraph, this one is much more better, good one. Okay, a line. Okay, next. The font wars, okay, has three types: PostScript, through type, and also open type. So PostScript method of describing an image in terms of mathematical. Okay, for the through type, Apple and Microsoft developed through type methodology is a system of scalable outline. Okay, scalable outline font and can draw character at a low resolution. Okay, open type. Okay, is the most good one lah. Adopt Microsoft develop open type. Okay, incorporate the best features of PostScript and also through type. Okay, we have three font wars. Okay, but the better one is the open type lah. So if you can see that most of the word Microsoft Word are using a open type. Okay, so easy. It can use a PostScript and combination of PostScript and also through type. So character set have a standard, okay, as shown by your friends also. American standard code macam mana, NC standard code, NSI standard character. I also Latin one character, Unicode, okay. It's a 16-bit architecture. The shared symbol of each character are unified into collection of symbols script. So a character set have a standard. either it's in American Standard Code, ANSI Standard Code, it have a different type. This one for the Unicode, Unicode 16-bit. Your friend just now have included much more example that you can see. Okay, hypertext system defined as the organized cross-link of word, images, and other web element. Link. Hypertext is a link system. Okay, so a system in which words are keyed and indexed to other words. Hypertext symbol enable the user to navigation. So the purpose is to navigate through text. Okay, information management hypertext present electronic software robot. Okay, example here. They didn't use the example. Hypertext, it can like this one. Okay, this one is using a robot lah. You just search. It will bring you to the list of all the search lists. Okay, from the search engine. Okay, it can also link to other pages. It can link to the other section. So it's navigation lah. The purpose is for navigation. Okay. Typical method for word searching. Categorical search. This is example. Rice is same category with a fried rice. You search rice or fried rice. Categorical. Word relationship. You want to find an article is about dyslexia. Example. So you can type dyslexia, or plus you can use special need. Special need is equal to one of it is dyslexia, right? Maybe you can say that you want to have a dyslexia for poster, so you plus poster. So word in relationship. Adjacency, adjacent. Okay, adjacent. This is example beef burger. The adjacent. Adjacent tahu kan bahasa Melayu? Apa? Dalam bahasa Melayu adjacent. Next, associate. The word use and, okay, plus, and, or. Okay, when you do a search, when you put and means together lah. Plus macam plus. You can use or also. Alternate. Okay, alternates bread egg. Instead of egg, what is the other types of egg? Negation, white when you are searching for black. Negations. There is a lot of typical word searching when you want to do. You want to find article. Okay, how to find a correct one. So many things that you can use, but normally people use category. The common one, categorical and association. Now, word relationship also normal been used. Okay, intermediate word, similarity word that been used, truncation. You want to make it girls, mean you are searching for girls or girls. This means is for specifically for girls rather than girls here. Okay, frequency that if you always search the word. Ada lagi satu yang sekarang dia more intelligent. When you type the words, it have a suggestion for you, right? Hypermedia, okay, structure have a 3 types. Actually, it's kind of the hypertext just now, but it have 3 types: links, notes, or anchor. It can be a links where you put a word or image, you click it, and it links to another page or another description. Notes are using a point for another point. Anchor, read more, right? Example that read more. You click the read more, it anchor to the explanations, more details on that part. Okay, all right. I think I explain more, okay, because most of you are in the half kan. That's why a little bit explanation. Okay, let's recap. What is the difference between kerning and leading? Do you still remember? What is kerning? What is leading? Anyone?
Word.
Huh?
Space between words.
Which one?
Kerning.
Kerning. How about leading? The above part dengan lower part kan? Betul?
Yes.
You should understand what is kerning and leading. Kerning is between two characteristics. Leading is between two words above and below part. Okay. What is different between serif and sans serif character? Keli-keli. Pandai pun. Which one yang keli-keli? Serif or sans serif? Which one? Serif or sans? Yes, serif. Okay. Jangan mistake lah. Serif is the one that have a curly at the end of the word character. Okay. List 3 used for text in multimedia project. Give me one. Everyone give one lah. List 3 use text in multimedia project. Okay, dalam multimedia project, what is the use of text? Name it. Everyone name one also can. So at least I can see 3, so you already understand. What is it? Menu. Manus lah pula. Menu. Okay, menus. Alright. Okay. Next, what else? 1. Lagi, at least 3. More. What else? Your friends already name one. Menus. What else? Lupa dah. Symbol and icon. Right. Okay. Last one, interactive button. Right. Oh, ada lagi feel for reading. Yes. Okay. On button, it is usually better to use serif or sans serif text. What is the answer? On button, button. Which one is better? Serif or sans serif? Sans serif, yes. Okay, easy for reading because button is quite small, right? So easy is without the curly one. Okay, sans serif. Fill in the blank. To avoid jagged edge, text is often what used to reduce the jagged edges too. Use what? Anti-alias. Okay, anti-alias. Okay, must travel with a project when it moves to a different computer. What is it? What is must travel with a project when it moves to a different computer? HTML? Yeah, source code kan? You mean as the source code kan? HTML. Okay. Next, text that is linked for key. Just now, this one actually you can put a different also lah. Not only the HTML, it can be formatting kan? Formatting because some of the word you can read properly in Windows. When you open in Apple, the style is run off, right? So actually it should together if it have a similar format. So formatting also can be also. Okay. Text that is linked or keyed to other element is called what is it? Text link. Link. Come on. At least 9:45. Try. What is it? What we call text that link to other element. You click it and it move to another area, another text, another explanation. What we call hyperlink, hypertext, link. Yes, right. Hypermedia, hypertext, the link. But specifically text, hypertext. Like actually right. Hypertext, hyperlink. Okay, you link to the others. Okay, but also hypermedia. But this one is specially for text, right? A family of graphic characters that include many size and style is called. You have 2 types. Either what and or what. Or family, what we call typeface. Yes, typeface is a family of a graphic character. What are 4 factors that affect legibility of the text? To read properly the text, what factors? What factors you need to consider? Come on. Size. Okay, what else other than size? Leading, yes. Next. Style. And last one. Last one. Color, background or foreground. Okay. What need to be considered when you are choosing text font? This one banyak. There's a lot of lists. Name one. White space, legibility and readability. All the lists. Banyak. Name 3 method of word searching. Also have many. Just name which one that you still remember. Association, yes, either and or. Lagi? Negation, negation, white, black. Last one, another one. Alternate. Okay. What is anchor page? What is anchor? If we before this kan we are using Dreamweaver. So anchor, the symbol is like anchor. Tahu anchor yang sauh tu kan? Sauh tu dia rupa dia pun macam tu juga. So what the purpose of anchor page? Just use your own word pun boleh, tak apa. You don't have to use a proper meaning define of the anchor. What you understand about anchor? More explanation, yes, can be. Alright. You click that one and then the explanation is anchor in the explanations. Macam tu kan. More information, click jadi anchor. So anchor is to bring you to the next. Dia macam link juga lah actually. Okay, but it's a end link. Okay, when you click that one, so the anchor stop there. Unless it have the another anchor lah. More explanation lagi. So normally it's a dead link. Okay. 3 type of font wars. Last part tadi ada. Open type, true type and postscript. Okay, good. Dia dah bagi 3 dah. Alright, done. It always seem impossible until it's done. Betul lah tu kan. So finish. I try to finish early but always 2 hours again. Kan? Okay. Because you need to understand. I really like to explain more on each of the element. Actually, not only in the slide. Okay. That's why those next topic elements on the graphic. Please explain more. You can search more details on the graphic research, which is grabbing more attention to your friends. Not purposely for presentation, for poster. Actually, it have different purpose lagi, especially for text. All the elements lah. All the elements actually bring you to another level. Like I said that in this slide, in the lecture note, doesn't mention about the emotion. Kan? So my student also do a research using a text and graphic, okay, for a preschool student, and also put the element of the positive emotion, and we try to eliminate the negative emotion. What should be there and what shouldn't be used. Macam itulah the positive and negative. Alright, with that, very interesting. Okay, very interesting topic of text. Okay, and next week we have more interesting with the graphic. So that's all for today. Okay, any questions before we end of our lecture today? Ada soalan tak? Like I said that please read more on the text being used. Like I said, especially for the research. Okay. Later on, when you do a project, those have a special need, elderly, focusing on the elderly school also, you can be specified what your target group, children in primary or secondary school, right? So it have a different part use that you can use in the project as well. Okay, ada ke yang buat elderly ya? Macam ada. I'm not sure that your multimedia group ke atau different group. So if you can, okay, if you can to focus on the multimedia to embed the element of the elderly, young adult, children, a certain age have a different level of reading the text as well, which is good. All right. So that's all for today. I hope that you have a better understanding, and like I said, that is more than that. Okay, if you can read, you can have a better, more understanding. So we will do a tutorial in Friday on the text on the text elements. Right. With that, I think that's all for today. Any question?
No.
Boleh faham? Hopefully you can understand. Like I said, that actually is beyond than the list that you see in the slideshow. Okay. For me, I would more interesting on the research part. Okay, where you use text element in the certain needs. Not only about the font style, font size, right? So it's more specific on the special need, which make you more interesting to learn about the text. Emotion also, when you use the font style, it brings you another level of emotion, which is very interesting. Okay, please learn it and put it in your project later on. All right. So with that, I think that's all. Thank you for your attention today. So don't forget to sign in your attendance. Okay, it will expire after 15 minutes the class over. All right. So thank you everyone. See you on Friday face-to-face class. All right. Bye.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank
you.
Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Doctor.
Well,